Hey, welcome to World Code Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Breaking news. U.S. Navy springs perfect trap on Chinese warship in high-stakes showdown. The date is October 4, 2025. The South China Sea is tense, the air thick with anticipation. The USS John S. McCain, an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, glides through contested waters on a freedom of navigation mission. But today, nothing is routine. On the horizon, a Chinese Type 052D destroyer, the Hefei, closes in fast, its intent unmistakably aggressive. This is the front line of a global power struggle. On the McCain's bridge, the crew is calm, focused, and ready. Every sailor knows their role, every officer is alert. The commander, a seasoned veteran, watches the Hefei approach, issuing clear, measured commands. There's no panic, just readiness. This is modern naval confrontation. Nerves, technology, discipline. The American crew knows, the first to lose composure loses the fight. Meanwhile, the Hefei maneuvers aggressively, broadcasting sharp warnings. U.S. warship, you are in Chinese waters. Change course or face consequences. The Chinese see this as a test of strength, a chance to push back against American presence. For them, it's about making a point, even if it means taking risks. Two world powers, two navies, two ideologies, meeting head-on. Satellites and listening posts track every move, every word. The outcome here could ripple across the globe, shifting alliances and the balance of power. For the sailors, the weight of responsibility is real. They are actors on a world stage. The world may not see it, but history is being written in real time. The McCain stands as a symbol of American resolve. The Hefei, a spearhead of Chinese ambition. The standoff is set. The world holds its breath. The next move could change everything. The Hefei presses its intimidation, cutting across the McCain's path in a dangerous game of maritime chicken. The Chinese captain's orders are clear: assert sovereignty, force the U.S. ship to back down, no matter the cost. Radio warnings escalate. Final warning, U.S. warship, leave now. The Hefei's unpredictability is its weapon, betting the Americans won't risk conflict. For China, forcing a U.S. retreat would be a propaganda coup, proof of rising strength. The captain is not just a naval officer, he's executing Beijing's political will under close watch. But this aggressive posture has a flaw. It underestimates the U.S. response. The Chinese see only a single ship, missing the network behind it. Their focus is narrow, tactical, exactly what the U.S. Navy is counting on. The Dragon has stepped into the open, blind to the trap. The McCain is not alone, it's part of a larger invisible force. The Chinese gamble on intimidation, but the Americans are playing a deeper game. The stage is set for a lesson in modern naval power. The trap is about to spring. Aboard the McCain, the crew operates with quiet intensity, years of training on display. Every sailor knows their job, every move is deliberate. The commander's calm confidence sets the tone. Below decks, the Combat Information Center hums with data. Radar, sonar, electronic sensors painting a 3D battle space. The crew sees not just the Hefei, but the entire environment, assets the Chinese can't detect. This information dominance is the McCain's true shield. The crew documents every Chinese move, building a case for professionalism and restraint. Every radio call is recorded, every maneuver filmed. The U.S. Navy is controlling the narrative as much as the confrontation. The McCain's strength is not just steel and missiles, but the people who operate her. These sailors are empowered to think, adapt, and act as a team. Unlike their counterparts, they're not just following orders, they're solving problems in real time. Superior technology, superior training, a formidable combination. The McCain is more than a ship. It's a living, thinking force. The Americans are ready for anything. The standoff becomes a chess match. The Hefei feints and threatens, trying to force the McCain off course. The American destroyer holds steady, refusing to be baited. The U.S. commander's strategy: active patience, no escalation, no retreat. Subtle course adjustments avoid collision, highlighting Chinese recklessness. Each move sends a message: we will not be intimidated. The McCain's actions are coordinated with the 7th Fleet, guided by intelligence and strategy. This is not a lone captain. It's a networked response. The Chinese captain grows frustrated. His gambits fail. The Americans aren't scared, aren't retreating. He's running out of options short of war, an outcome he must avoid. Agitated radio calls betray his frustration. The US Navy is thinking several steps ahead. The Chinese plan is unraveling. The trap tightens. While ships maneuver, a silent battle rages in the electromagnetic spectrum. The McCain's Ancel Q-32 suite quietly jams and deceives the Hefei's radar. Ghost images and false targets confuse the Chinese crew. The Hefei's tactical picture blurs. Reality and illusion mix. Meanwhile, the Americans intercept Chinese communications, listening in on confusion and stress. The US commander gains a psychological edge, knowing his opponent is disoriented. The Hefei is isolated, not physically, but electronically. This is the cornerstone of the American trap. The McCain is a node in a vast network, feeding and receiving data. The Chinese ship, for all its hardware, is now in an electronic fog. The plan's dragon is powerful, but the Americans have made it blind and deaf. The real battle is being won without a shot. The advantage is invisible, but decisive. The trap is multidimensional. The Hefei thinks it faces only the McCain, but it's surrounded. High above, a P-8A Poseidon patrol aircraft tracks every move, relaying intelligence in real time. Beneath the waves, the USS North Carolina, a Virginia-class submarine, shadows the Hefei undetected. The submarine holds a perfect firing solution, a silent deterrent. The Chinese have no idea they're being watched from above and below. This is integrated warfare, air, surface, subsurface, seamlessly coordinated. The McCain is the visible tip of a much larger spear. The US controls the battle space. The Chinese are boxed in. The message is clear. American power is everywhere, all at once. The Hefei is outmatched by a system it cannot see or counter. The Chinese focus on individual ships. The US brings a networked force. The lion's den has closed around the dragon. The Hefei's captain is under immense pressure. Aggressive maneuvers have failed. Radar is unreliable. Radio warnings are ignored. The McCain's calm confidence is unnerving. The Chinese captain realizes this is no simple encounter. He's outmaneuvered. Technical limitations and rigid command structure leave the Hefei's crew unable to adapt. The US reveals another card. The P-8A Poseidon descends, making its presence unmistakable. The psychological impact is immediate. The Chinese know they're being watched, recorded, outclassed. The McCain's quiet confidence now makes sense. They were never alone. The Hefei's aggression is exposed as a bluff. Frustration turns to grim realization. They've lost. The Americans have directed the entire event. The Chinese destroyer's challenge has become a retreat. The lesson is clear. Technology, training, and patience win the day. The plan has been thoroughly outsmarted. The American victory is bloodless, no shots fired, no missiles launched. The triumph is one of intellect, discipline, and situational awareness. True power is not just ships and missiles, but the ability to see, communicate, and coordinate across domains. Strategic patience is the core. The McCain's commander refuses to escalate, letting the Hefei make mistake after mistake. The US calmly documents every misstep, tightening the net. The Chinese captain defeats himself, his aggression turned against him. This is modern warfare, subtle, decisive, and often invisible. The American approach is like Aikido, using the opponent's energy to expose their weakness. Calm professionalism prevails over brute force. The result? A quiet, significant win, more powerful than any exchange of fire. This is the new face of great power competition. Gray zones, influence, control. The McCain's crew proves the value of discipline and mastery under pressure. They win by outthinking, not outfighting, their adversary. The drama ends quietly. After the P-8A's appearance, the Hefei's radio goes silent, then announces it's resuming its patrol. The Chinese destroyer turns away. No grand gesture, just a quiet retreat. On the McCain, there's no celebration, just professionalism and vigilance. The mission is complete. Freedom of navigation asserted, aggression deterred, all without firing a shot. This is a textbook operation. The encounter will be studied worldwide, a lesson in the power of technology, training, and restraint. The Chinese Navy learns, a US destroyer is never alone. It's the tip of a global force. Their vulnerabilities have been exposed. The McCain sails on, the strategic balance reaffirmed. The U.S. demonstrates commitment to international law and credible power. The quiet victory sends a message: control of the seas requires more than ships. It demands discipline, technology, and a networked approach. True power is winning without fighting. The world has witnessed a new lesson in naval warfare.